not your typical dragon.
Crispin Blaze was born into a proud family of fire-breathing dragons.
Every blaze breathes fire,
Explained his father.
I breathe fire. Your mother breathes fire. Woo! And tomorrow, when you turn 7, you'll breathe fire too.
The little dragon imagined all the forests he would burn down. He dreamed of all the castles he would destroy.
He also considered boiling water to make tea.
But he didn't tell his father that. The next day, Crispin sat among family and friends as a big cake was brought to the table. Who will light the birthday candles? His mother asked. Ooh, I will, declared Crispin. He could feel a tingling inside his tummy. But when he opened his mouth, fire did not come out. Kids, we all know one. Heck, some of the people my age have one. I'm a virgin. You know, when I was a kid, I ran around my home in just my underwear and swim goggles, declaring that Speedy Boy would save his stuffed animals from the wash cycle. Crispin the dragon is a different type of different, and it poses a different problem for him. Follow Crispin as he navigates the world with his differences in Not Your Typical Dragon by Dan Bar-El. Whipped cream came out. Crispin, shouted his father.
Dragons breathe fire.
What will the neighbors think? Worried his mother. I love whipped cream, said his little sister Ashley. Crispin worried that his family would be disappointed, so he ran away from home. Crispin found a dark cave.
Oh, I'll be a fireless dragon all by myself. I won't bother anyone, and no one will bother me.
An hour later, he had a visitor.
Shing!
I am Sir George, slay that dragon. Crispin shuffled out of his cave. The thin, shiny knight held up his thin, shiny sword. Do your worst, dragon. Crispin opened his mouth, but fire did not come out. Soap bubbles came out. Shing! Don't you breathe fire, dragon?
I can't.
But my father insists that I fight a fire-breathing dragon. It even says here in my book that your typical dragon breathes fire.
I'm not your typical dragon.
Secretly, Sir George was glad that Crispin couldn't breathe fire. He liked the little dragon and didn't want to hurt him. Crispin missed his parents.
Sir George, it's getting dark. I want to go.
Don't worry, little dragon. I'll take you home. Crispin's parents were relieved when he arrived home safely. Sir George was about to say goodbye when they heard a shout.
Ah, there you are, boy. Why on earth are you playing with a fire-breathing dragon?
He's my friend, Father.
He's my friend, father. And besides, he doesn't breathe fire. A dragon that doesn't breathe fire. Now that's the silliest thing I've ever heard.
Crispin's father stormed out of the house.
My son is not silly. He may not breathe fire, but I certainly do.
Crispin's father let out a powerful spray of flames. The flames scorched the lawn. That's enough, honey, said Crispin's mother. Then the flames singed the fence. You've made your point, dear. Now stop showing off. Then the flames ignited the roof. Crispin's father panicked.
I can't stop breathing fire.
You'll burn the house down, cried his mother. Dragons came running from all directions. They knew how to start fires, but no one knew how to stop them. Crispin suddenly felt a tingling in his tummy. He felt a bubbling in his belly, but fire did not come out. A gush of water shot out. Crispin aimed the water at his father's flames. He saved his home. Hooray for Crispin! Your son, he's not your typical dragon, now is he?
No. My son is something special.
Our next performer is contestant 13570. Script entitled While the World Watched.
All alone this Christian journey, I want Jesus to walk with me. I've been a member of the 16th Street Baptist Church for as far back as I can remember. When I was 2 years old, my parents registered me in the Cradle Roll Sunday School classes. Cradle Roll. Hey, good morning. I called out to my 4 friends who were in front of the bathroom mirrors, combing their hair for morning youth services and shutting up a storm. Denise, Addie, Carol, and Cynthia, my best friend. I love Cynthia. She had a great sense of humor, made jokes, and laughed all the time. Not many young people can pinpoint the exact date, time, and place when they grew up and became an adult. I can. My life changed forever that day. Carol Robinson, Addie Mae Collins, Denise McNair, and Cynthia Wesley. The names of 4 African-American girls who were killed in a racially motivated attack when a KKK planted bomb went off at the 16th Street Baptist Church in Birmingham, Alabama. The senseless killing of these 4 girls, who were 11 to 14, would lead to the passing of the Civil Rights Act. Their friend, Caroline McKinstry, would have to grieve them while the world watched. By Caroline Maul McKinstry. I left the girls in the bathroom. As I was heading up the stairs, I heard the phone ringing in the church office. I went to go pick it up, but before I could say anything, a voice said, 3 minutes? Then it hung up. I went out to the sanctuary towards the stained glass mirror image of Jesus when I heard it. Boom! Then someone shouted, hit the floor! I dropped flat on the aisle, the sanctuary floor. Seconds passed. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got up and I ran straight home. We all knew a bomb had exploded in the church that night, but Mama said there were 4 girls that never made it out. Mama didn't cry. She didn't say it, but she was grateful I was alive. And then finally, Mama said it was Denise, Addie, Carol, and Cynthia? No. No, it can't be. When the words came out of my mama's mouth, I think my heart stopped beating. Cynthia, my best friend, gone. The girls are gone. Dead. I was just with them a few seconds ago. If I had stayed 1 minute longer in the bathroom to talk, or if I left the sanctuary 2 minutes later, I would have been. I would have been dead in the bathroom with those girls. Why? God, why did you take me with them? Why did you leave me? And that's what I sense God saying to me. He needed Denise, Addie, Carol, and Cynthia to come home. That I needed to stay here. I needed to tell this story. I sang a song I heard so many times before at church. All along this Christian journey, I want Jesus to walk with me. I want Jesus to walk with me. So we marched. The death of my 4 friends left a pain in me I could not describe. But something beautiful came from that death. When we marched on the streets of Birmingham, we took their light with us. Darkness cannot put out darkness. Only light can do that. Their loss will be the true hope for blacks and whites in America. We came together while the world watched. I want Jesus to walk with me.
Our next speaker, code 13446, with the script entitled Voice for the Voiceless.
It's been years since I had seen my parents. I barely even remember what they look like. Why did they take me? I guess sometimes it's not about race, religion, or gender. If they think you are inferior, then you are. And there's nothing you can do about it.
According
According to the latest global estimates from Walk Free, the International Organization for Labor, and the International Organization for Migration, today, 49.9 million people live in modern slavery, from forced labor to forced marriage. The disgusting and often never talked about truth is that we still live in a world where almost 50 million people are enslaved. Most of them women and children. Their stories must be told. Their truths must be revealed. Their pain must be acknowledged. And it is time we gave a voice to the voiceless, by author unknown.
The routine was embedded in my mind. I just wish the image of my family was the same. I tried so hard to remember them, but I was taken at such a young age that it has become a blur. I remember being pried from my father's protective arms as I kicked and screamed, his rough palms on my wrists, my oppressors. Well, how could I forget them? They are still with me, haunting me, torturing me. My oppressors are just example of the fact that the living is what hurts you, not the dead. The first time I started slaving away for this household, I was only 8 years old, the same age as my master's children. I started with domestic jobs such as washing the dishes and cleaning the house. And sometimes I would look out this French window in the summer of England, and I would see my master's children playing in the yard, and I would wish that I could be just like them. Just like them. But you know, anytime Master saw me looking out that window, he would beat me, and he would beat me, and he would tell me that I was a slave, that I had no right to wish for happiness. And you know, sometimes I would wake up on the floor and I would wonder, how would I get out of here? I mean, how did I get here? The paranoia had kicked in. I would have to remind myself that Master was always behind me so that I would never be tempted to look out that French window. It's like I said, though. That is how it started. I was still a domestic worker, but I was then forced to satisfy my master's sexual desires whenever his wife was not at home. I will never forget the day it started. I was only 15 years old. I had climbed upon a stool to reach the places where my hands could not go when I felt a hand glide up my thigh, and I know he heard that shudder in my breath, but he used it as an opportunity to bend me lower, and he used me like I was some sort of sex doll. I am not an object. You know, no one had ever taught me about sex. I knew nothing about these desires. But I knew surely no woman should feel this undescribable fear and pain. It's just like that time when I was looking out that French window, wishing for something I knew that I could never have. And it's not fair. It's not fair. I mean, we all have a wish. You have a wish. You have a wish. You have a wish. The only difference between my wish and your wish is that my wish has been deadlocked. And it is never going to open. You don't want to believe it? Well, nobody wants to believe what happens behind closed doors. But it is the truth. This is the 21st century. Slavery should not be a thing. And yet, here I am. Exhibit A.
Our next speaker, code 17249, with the script entitled Judgment Day.
If God would have told me that I was going to be a part of history, I would have been so excited. But then I inquired, why, Lord? What am I going to do that's so important that I'm going to be a part of history? And he sit me down and tell me, you're going to give birth to a beautiful baby boy. I would have politely declined. But nobody told me. So I went on to live my life. And I did give birth to a beautiful baby boy. His name was Trayvon Martin. In the wake of the death of Trayvon Martin, the U.S. erupted in protest, demanding the protection of black lives. And in just this past year, more than 15 African Americans have lost their lives to a system not built to protect us. But as playwright Chrissy Thomas explores the thought process of Sabrina Fulton, his mother, we learn the pain she experienced and just how important the fight for justice is. Judgment Day by Chrissy Thomas, because I shouldn't spend countless nights crying over the innocent black children who are not protected in this country. Trayvon is trending. That means if you go on the internet, people across the world are talking about him. You know, my son also has a page on Wikipedia for a bag of Skittles that was in his pocket. And that boy just loves Skittles. And I don't know where he got it from, neither. His daddy's side. Because when I was pregnant with him, all I ate was chocolate. He was a good son, a good friend, but most importantly, he was mine. You know, Trayvon never took that hoodie off, neither. And I remember he wanted it so bad, so I got it for him for his birthday. Happy birthday.
Well, go on and open it.
I love you too. Now remember, you're a black boy in America, and you should never be seen in that hoodie, okay? Okay. Now, I love you. We need to teach our sons how to be black in America. We have to make sure they know. Because now, I know. And I will never forget. You are a black boy late at night in the rain. Listen! As a black man, you should never be seen in that hoodie. Okay? Okay. Now, I love you, and please be safe. I heard a knock at the door. Hey, girl, how's it going? Wait, what? What happened to Trayvon? No. Where? And I didn't see him, and I couldn't find him. Excuse me, Trayvon Bishop Martin, where are you? Excuse me, where is he? Where is, no, Try! Oh my God, no, listen, Mommy's here now. It's gonna be okay, baby, please don't leave me, God, no. God, don't take my baby, no, please. Please don't take my baby, please, God. Stay with me, please. I need you. I love you. Please don't leave me, God, please. Today is the day of the verdict. And you know, I've never been this nervous before in my life. It's like this unexplainable feeling. But every day, I head down to the courthouse. And when I listen to people testify, good or bad, right or wrong, I cry my head held high. Pride for that Trayvon was mine. The blood in his veins, I put it there. The hoodie he died in, no, I bought that. And the night that he died, I held his hand till it got cold. Well, you know what? Trayvon's in heaven now. And I can only hope that one day I'll be able to join him. But until then, I just hope and pray we get the justice that my son deserves. Red, Trayvon's favorite skill, was red.
Our next speaker, code 13056, with the script entitled, So I Killed a Few People.
I had to take a crap during my mother's funeral. And I'm sitting there. And I look over and I see my Aunt Joan, who is wearing a sleeveless formal dress. And I can see part of the side of her right breast. This is my earliest memory, I think. Now, to be truthful, I remember this mostly because that's the first question I get asked by all the head shrinkers in here. All right, now tell me about your earliest memory, Archie. Friendly fellows those doctors are. Apparently, before the state fries my ass, they want to get to know me as best they can. Who can you trust? Someone with kind eyes, a beautiful smile? What about the nice man who gave us candy and had puppies in the back of his panel van? Archie Nunn is a charming, intelligent young man who just so happened to be, in his spare time, a serial killer. Now, Archie has convinced the warden to allow him to give one last speech before his execution. So welcome to Archie's court-approved freak show. So I Killed a Few People by David Summers and Gary Ruderman. Hey, how often do you get this close to a so-called serial killer? Most people never. Some people almost never. And in my case, 8 people. Once. There's actually a few more, but that's all they caught me on. I'm saving the rest for kind of an Easter egg hunt. So, as they say in Munchkin Land, hold on to your tits! Now, that was a joke. Laugh! Now, I guess I should be more gracious, and thank you all for coming to my show. Let me do my best impression of a doctor and ask you this question. So what are you folks doing here, anyways? Well, I know why I'm here. I've got to be. You people, you don't have to be here. You don't have to listen to the story of my wretched life. How bad my childhood was, how I was gang raped as an Eagle Scout. My alcoholic father, my whore for a mother. He named the cliche, baby, and I had it. Or did I? I'll give you a hint on this one. Everything I just said to you was a bald-faced goddamn lie. But you don't know that. Hell, I could be one of those pathological liars and you wouldn't even know it. Or maybe I'm lying about being a pathological liar. Oh, or maybe I'm lying about being a pathological liar. Or maybe I am lying about being a pathological liar. Or maybe I am lying about being a pathological liar. Point is, you don't know. Do you? I don't know why you came here. Maybe you want to pity me, or curse me, or kill me. I don't really care. All I know is one thing. People are fascinated by death. They love it. They want to see it. They want to be able to tell people that they've seen it. They want to be able to tell people that they've just avoided it. They want to be there when it happens to someone else. I was there. And man, it was incredible. Thank you.
Our sixth speaker, code 13235, with the script entitled While the World Watched.
Growing up, I never gave much thought as to why white people drank from one water fountain and why black people drank from another. Mama always said that as long as black people stay in their place, we was relatively safe. That is until one warm, beautiful, fateful September morning. In his letter from a Birmingham jail, Dr. Martin Luther King writes, Birmingham is the most thoroughly segregated city in the United States, its ugly record of brutality widely known. 4 girls shine light on this dark reality. And While the World Watched, by Carolyn McKinstry. Church was my refuge. It was my peace.
Hey, y'all. Good morning.
I said to my friends as they combed their hair and readied themselves for service. Addie, Carol, Denise, and Cynthia Wesley, yes, that was my best friend. She put on the birthstone ring that her mama had got her for Christmas. Oh, she had the most infectious laugh. See y'all later, I said. I ran up the stairs, but I heard the phone ringing in the church office. So out of breath, I picked up that heavy black receiver and I put it to my ear. But before I could even get a word out, this male voice simply answered and said, 3 minutes. Then he hung up. I headed in the sanctuary towards the stained glass window of Jesus, his kind face and his loving eyes focused on me. Then that's when I heard it. Boom! The blast, it shook the whole building. Thunder? I thought maybe a lightning strike, and then someone yelled, "Hey, get on the floor! What's happening? Hello?" And then that was it. It was no more flying glass, no more movement. It was just silent. I ran outside, and my lower leg was gashed by the flying glass, and my shoe was filled with blood. And then I saw all these white people with bed sheets on their heads saying, 2, 4, 6, 8, we don't want to integrate. I had never been so confused in my life. And then a thought hit me. Like a baseball bat. My friends. Oh, no. I ran back inside, but all I could see was this real big pile of rubble. And I called for my best friend, Cynthia. Cynthia! Cynthia! Her white blouse was now an ocean of red. She was just lying there, motionless. Her head was dismembered from the rest of her body. Her family identified her by the birthstone ring embedded in her skull. I still hold Cynthia's ring close to my heart. See, not many people can pinpoint the exact time, place, and date where they grew up and became an adult, but I can. It was September 15th, 1963, at 16th Street Church in Birmingham, Alabama, at 10:22 a.m. My life changed after that day. Not only did I lose my childhood, but I lost my friends. Mama had always taught us that church was a place for reverence and respect, but instead they planted bombs in my church and they killed my friends. Oh. They killed my friends. Their blood, the blood of innocence, lies on the hands of Birmingham's people. And now, finally, the whole world was watching.